there, it's Mel at One Woman and Two Acres. Well, I have these wool rabbits, so I figured I really need to learn how to spin, but spinning wheels are so expensive. So I'm going to make a drop spindle. Okay, what I did was I was over in the area, so I went to Joann's Fabrics, and I got this. It's just a little routed disc, and it's perfectly round, which I love. So I had that, and I have this dowel. It is 3/8 inch, so I need a 3/8 inch hole perfectly in the center of this. To find the center of your disc, you put on a piece of paper, trace around it, cut the paper out, and then fold the circle in half real carefully, and then fold it in half again so it's in quarters. I snipped off the very end, just a little bit of the tip, put it back over this, and created my hole. Now, I'm going to do a small hole as soon as I get my glasses on. Ah, yes, there it is. I'm going to do a very small one in the center. Now, put it on here. Good. Now, I get the 3/8 inch bit. I know it looks humongous, doesn't it? But I checked it and it's the right size. And put it back up in here and go in the center. Ow. And go back this way. Okay, now I'm going to clean this up with a little bit of sandpaper, and I'll be right back. I cut my dowel down to 1 foot, and I pokey this through. Now, my wood glue, yeah, it fell apart. It's no good, wouldn't you know it? So I've got this, and I'm going to put that there. Now, all I have to do is let that dry. And while we're waiting for the glue, we're going to groom her up a little bit. Oh, very nice. Oops. Hi. This is Kinley. Whew. Yeah. Get some of this hook out of her and get some of these mats off of her. Yeah, hi. What do you think? What do you think, sweetheart? Okay, I've got these little not dull, but blunt scissors. And I look for, aha, a big nasty mat. Give it a wallop. There you go, sweetheart. That'll be, oh yes. Oh, that's better. What are you doing felting yourself? Oh, what a good girl you are. What a good girl. Yes, you are. Well, she saw all these utensils when she first got up here and was not happy. But she's actually being very, very sweet and patient. And I'm being extremely gentle with her. Get that wool in there. Get out. Oh, nice. Get your little ears. Gracious, child. You have a mat on your ear. There. Oh, you pokey. No good. That's a good girl. When I find a little place that's kind of slightly knotted, I hold the fur so that it doesn't pull on her little skin, which is paper thin. Ooh, did that bother you? Okay. All right, why don't we just find it, and I'll tease it out. Oh yes, that's much better. Now if I had a regular spinning wheel, I could just pull the tufts off a little at a time and spin it into wool. But I don't have one of those. And unless I make it, I'm not going to have one of those. So guess what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be trying to design a good girl. A spinning wheel that I can make inexpensively. I see that. It's a big old honkin' one. And the dogs want to eat you. The cats would share the bed with you. As a matter of fact, they'd probably cuddle up next to you. You know, this Furminator works really well for getting out small knots. Amazingly well. And it doesn't hurt her at all. And I always, once I find one, I'll hold it, you know, and work it. But are you sniffing? Huh? Are you sniffing? You are? Yeah, I am. What do you think? Huh? Good bunny. You are such a good girl. It's okay. Autumn Prepper, how do you think I did? Wow, that turned out really great. And this little bunny is Tempest. She does. She looks like a big storm. And she is loaded with mats too. Yes, you are. We're going to be extremely gentle with Tempest because Tempest is extremely shy and hand fearful. Aren't you, sweetheart? Isn't she beautiful? I'm going to have the most beautiful yarn with her. And it is soft. Oh. Okay. You have hay on your butt, honey. Let's see where they get matted. Look at this. I mean, that's terrible. It doesn't do this in a day. Oh. I'm being so gentle. Their skin is so thin. I mean, people keep saying how thin their skin is, and until you start grooming them, whoa, you just don't know. That skin is like, it's worse than paper. It's like onion skin paper. Oh, wrong way. Yes, I see that. Now, from what I understand, she is a 6-month-old, whereas Kinley is a year-old. Dervish, can you not help me with the camera work? Look at all this. This is a mat. She came with all these. I'm sure they've gotten worse in the week that I've had her, but I had to get her to where I could actually touch her without her flinching and fleeing from me. But she's still pretty bad, but I don't want this to get worse. That Furminator is fantastic for these small knots that you find. And it's not tearing and pulling at it. It just kind of glides over and it makes them fall off like that. It's amazing. I love it. I can see where a prissy little girl would love one of these rabbits. She gets to brush it and brush it and brush it. Wow. I wasn't a prissy little girl, so this is a bit tedious. But it's really not all that bad, other than it's just being the first time I've done it. And there's so many mats and yucky bits and how about that? I finished the girls and I did a little bit more on Dustin. Don't you jump down from there. He was terrible. What a monster. He acted like he wanted to bite me, but then didn't. So I don't know. What are you doing? Get over here. Come here, you little rat. Come back over here. Come play with your stick. We have plenty more for that, where that came from. Anyway, so I got the girls done. I'm thrilled. Tempest and, well, Tempest is over here somewhere. And Kinley were wonderful. He was an idiot. He jumped in the mats. He jumped on the utensils that I was using. He jumped all over everything. He wanted to see everything. He wanted to hear everything. Busy, busy boy. But he was actually, you know, he was pretty good. He put up with a lot of stuff because I was having to hold him up and cut the mats on his tummy, and man, he was loaded. I think I got most of the mats off of him, most of the mats off the girls. Oh, I'm so happy. Now I've got a little bit of wool so that I can play at spinning with my spindle. We'll see how that goes. And I think I'm going to give them some hay and some food and treats and all that fun stuff and call it a day. This has been Mel with One Woman and 2 Acres. Y'all have a blessed day.